It's about 25 to 6. You know what that means? It's wine o'clock time. Let's pop the cork. Tom Canavan's here.
Good grief, that's a big build-up, isn't it?
It's a big build-up.
Last week we did wines around a fiver. This week we're doing supermarket wines around a fiver.
We are, so we're still in a bit of a cost-saving exercise this week. So everything's around about fiver, some a bit below, one a little bit above.
You sound very husky tonight.
I'm sounding very husky.
I know, Tom, I was going to say there's a very nice tone to your voice you've got this week.
I'm going to have to start smoking 40 a week, I think. I'm loaded with a cold, but I'll do my best to taste these
Can you
wines.
taste anything at all at the moment?
Not really.
All right, we'll have a go anyway, won't we?
You two can keep me right, I think.
Right, we will. How do we start tonight?
OK, listen, we're starting off with Sauvignon Blanc. This one's from Asda. It's the Asda Extra Special Chilean Sauvignon Blanc 2009. It's on the shelves at £4.98. And if you have a little sniff of this, it's a lovely Sauvignon Blanc. I mean, it's got that lifted kind of pineapple-y kind of nose. I really like that.
It smells sweet.
It smells quite sweet, but it doesn't drink sweet. It's dry in the mouth. If you have a sip, you know, it's kind of limey and lemony, quite fresh, but it's got nice body too. It's not a thin wine, it's got a nice kind of texture
No, it's lovely.
to it. Yeah.
And this is Asda's own. What I'm loving, Tom, is the fact a couple of years ago it would have been frowned upon to go to a dinner party or something, turning up with a supermarket-owned
With
brand.
an own label brand, yeah.
But more and more now, you know, whether it's spirits, beers, or even wine, folk just don't seem to have that kind of snobbery about it anymore, do they?
No, I think that's right. There's no real kind of stigma to it. These are good wines. They're made... This wine, for example, is made by a big company called Erasures, who are actually a really good wine company, but they just make it for Asda. And I guess they make the volumes. That means the price can be that tiny wee bit lower than, you know, if they made it themselves. So, you know, the deals are pretty good and the wines are generally good. I tasted a lot of wines for this and, you know...
Don't rub it in.
All pretty good. These three of the best.
You know, I'm going out for a Thai meal tonight, and I think that would be fantastic. And funnily enough, it's BYOB, so I'll have that, thanks.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That works out well.
And it's in a screw cap bottle,
Perfect.
so very easy to take along.
Okay, good. Next up tonight.
Next up, we're moving to a wine from a really unusual region. This is the Marks and Spencer's PX, and it comes from a place called the Elqui Valley in Argentina. £5.49, so a wee bit more expensive. But Elqui's this beautiful remote valley, quite high up in Chile, actually on the edge of the Atacama Desert, where it's so clear and so bright, and they make really fresh styles of wines. I've tried this one.
I'd never heard of this one, had you?
No, this is the first time we've had this grape, I think, on the show.
It is. Well, listen, PX stands for Pedro Jimenez, and that's a Spanish grape, and it's not usually seen as dry white wines.
It sounds like a sherry.
It's exactly what it is, Stephen. PX is a style of sherry. It's a really sweet sherry. In fact, it's brilliant if you just pour a little bit over some vanilla ice cream. It's so sweet and so kind of raisiny.
That is a great wine.
Isn't
that
it lovely?
lovely.
That's really nice.
Really fresh, appley, fresh, kind of lemony, but beautiful kind of texture. And at £5.49, still quite a good buy, I think.
Absolutely. It's one of my favourite wines for a while.
Oh, good. That's excellent.
that
Back
one.
on the whites. Lovely.
Okay, so we've sorted whites
Couple
for
of
round
whites.
a fiver. What about reds?
Reds, and what I've gone to this time, I've gone to Sainsbury's this time for one of their own label wines. This is the Sainsbury's House Merlot, made in Australia, and this one's only £3.49, so it's the cheapest. It's, I mean, you know, pretty good value for money too. If you have a little try of this one for a Merlot, really nice wine, lots of kind of berry fruit, little bit of spice, little bit of cherry flavour there. Pretty easy to drink. You know, it's not a harsh wine, but it's got really good fruit. You know, and Australia can do this really well. You know, these really soft, juicy, really nice drinking wines at quite low prices.
But again, even the name, the fact that Sainsbury's are calling this their House Merlot, when you get into a restaurant, again, you tend... I don't know why we do it, because there are good house wines there, but you tend to avoid the house wine and think it's going to be the worst one they've got.
Well, that's right. I think the idea with Sainsbury's is saying, you know, in these kind of austere times with, you know, money problems and things, let's go for the house wine, let's make it something that's affordable. They all tend to be in this range, about £3.49 to £3.99, and they've got a whole range of them called the house range, and they're all good wines, all worth trying.
So this one here, what would you recommend in terms of eating? Good in a barbecue?
Very good for the barbie again, Stephen. Yeah, it's like some of the wines we had last week, some of the reds. Loads of fruit, a little bit of spice, easy to drink, and at that price, it's a cracking partner for the barbecued foods, anything off the barbecue, as well as, you know, like lamb chops or anything that you grill in the house.
What's been
Delicious.
your favourite?
I think the middle one, as you say, Michelle, that Marks and Spencer wine was absolutely beautiful.
Bad and white, Tom. Nice
That's a great
fine.
one.
Oh, thank you. It's a good one, isn't it?
You've outdone yourself, sir, again.
Well,
like
you know,
it.
So don't look down your nose in supermarket wines. That's the message from this week.
I don't think so. You know, I mean, Good value to be had. Shop around. Try our recommendations. See if you like them, I think.
Okay, well, you always bring in nice wines for us, so we've had a dig about today, and we've found a couple of wines for around £5, which this is a surprise for you.
This is a bit of a
so
surprise.
I've got one here, which Michelle and I popped out at lunchtime, and I got this one from Tesco. Now, this is £4 off at the moment, but it's under £5, so that's... I thought you'd like that
This is
deal.
going to be the right...
Don't try and win this competition by saying your wine's more expensive and it's not a deal.
That's quite
It's
nice.
2009 Dino Pinot Grigio. What do you
Pinot Grigio.
think? Wine expert Tom Cameron.
And your choice, Stephen. That's really actually quite nice. You know, a lot of peanut... A lot, yes, well done, Stephen.
Stephen.
A lot... Are you trying to do me out of a job? Is that
No,
what
let's
it
see
is?
how it goes.
A lot of Pinot Grigio doesn't have much flavour for me. This one's actually pretty good, you know, and at less than £5, that's a good deal.
You'd be happy with that, would you?
I would be. I think that's a good
I've
choice.
picked
Okay, here
one
we go.
as well.
Oh, Michelle.
This one was 59 pence. No, I'm kidding on, it wasn't. There you go. It's my weekend buy. Have a wee taste of this.
Listen, you're my star pupil, so let me...
It's Sauvignon Blanc.
She tasted this outside the supermarket in the car park at lunchtime and
In a
was
brown
very
bag.
keen on it.
I don't believe it for a minute. Oh, that's good too. That's typical Sauvignon Blanc, quite punchy, nice kind of freshness to it. That's a really good buy.
What is
too.
it?
It's
Michelle?
Montez. It's £6, so it's just slightly over from Morrison's.
From Chile, isn't that one?
Yes,
from Chile?
that one is
Montez,
from Chile. Well
Yeah, I
done,
could
you
tell
are the
that.
expert. You could tell that even with a cold, Tom
Exactly,
Canavan.
exactly. That's a lovely wine too. Good
And
choices.
Not that I want to, put you on the spot, but if you were to choose a wine was to win this week.
Yes, that would be yours, Michelle.
Ah, look at that!
I think you should give her a kiss and give her the cold as well, Tom.
Oh,
Look at
go
that.
on. Aw.
Not
That's
getting
her
too
off
close.
next week.